ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52. The one was U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Brennan Gaunt alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis and CD. In the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate, study, because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game, and if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Throwing, Cousins. And that's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
On third down, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Throwing is Cousins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Vikings send out their punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. McCaffrey on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Purdy. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Looking to throw. Purdy. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Stays on his feet, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Off play action, Purdy. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Final play of the half, Cousins. Going for the deep ball. And got his man, complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there. Both of these coaching staffs making their final adjustments for the second half. And in a scoreless game, you figure it's the offensive guys that made the biggest changes to the game plan. For the call, let's go back out to Brandon Gott.
Yeah, indeed, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, no points in that first half, as both teams will be searching for a potential breakthrough. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Purdy. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. To throw on 3rd down, Purdy. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run with McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Let's go!
So Cousins and the Vikings down 3-0, a little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up An exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Being chased out left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Joseph's got it. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Purdy. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll run on first down. Cook, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back on 2nd down. Cook, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
To throw is Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have first first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. They'll run for it with Cook. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Again, it's Cook. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it, what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great game that we bore witness to. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.